NASA has been giving us some seriously amazing views of Mars, and the latest from the Curiosity rover is something special. It captured a massive 360-degree panorama from the foothills of Mount Sharp inside Jezero Crater. And this wasn't just a quick snapshot. The image is actually stitched together from over 1,000 individual photos taken across nearly a month. When you look at it, the landscape almost feels alien in the truest sense, with patterns in the dirt forming ridges that look like giant spider webs. Those shapes weren't random either. Long ago, water moved through cracks in the rock, leaving behind minerals that held up better against erosion than everything around them. Not long after that, Perseverance stepped in with its own panoramic view from a place called Lac de Charme, right on the edge of Jezero Crater. That image came together from nearly 1,000 photos as well, taken over several weeks. What makes this one stand out is the exposed rock layers at the crater's rim. These layers are incredibly old, some of the oldest we can study anywhere in the solar system. Even though Curiosity and Perseverance are separated by more than 2,300 miles on Mars, together they're giving us a sweeping look at the planet's history, almost like flipping through pages of a book that's billions of years old. Curiosity has been on Mars since 2012, steadily climbing Mount Sharp and uncovering clues layer by layer. Each new section it explores reveals a different chapter of Mars' past. Perseverance, which arrived in 2021, is heading toward even older terrain, pushing deeper into the planet's early history. It's interesting because Curiosity is effectively moving through younger rock as it climbs, while Perseverance is going back in time. Both missions are chasing the same big question, though. Did Mars ever have the right conditions to support life? The two rovers actually have a lot in common. They're both about the size of a small SUV, built to handle the harsh Martian environment. Perseverance is a bit heavier because it carries more equipment and has a slightly larger body. Both rely on the same type of power system, a radioisotope thermoelectric generator, which converts heat from radioactive decay into steady electricity. That means they can keep running through dust storms and freezing conditions without depending on sunlight. Curiosity works like a mobile lab. It drills into rocks, turns them into powder, and then analyzes them using onboard instruments. By heating and separating the samagri, it can detect gases and study the minerals in detail. This approach has already led to some big discoveries, including evidence that Jezero Crater once held a lake with conditions that could have supported microbial life. It has also detected organic molecules in several locations, adding more pieces to the puzzle. Perseverance is taking a different route. Instead of analyzing everything on the spot, it's collecting rock samples in the form of small cores, sealing them in metal tubes. Some of these samples are stored on the rover, while others have been left on the surface as a backup cache for future missions to pick up and bring back to Earth. The idea is to study them later with much more advanced equipment. At the same time, Perseverance uses high-tech scanners like X-ray and Raman spectrometers to examine rocks without even breaking them apart, looking for chemical signs that could point to past life. What's really impressive is that both rovers are still going strong. Curiosity has traveled nearly 37 kilometers over thousands of Martian days and shows no signs of slowing down. Perseverance has already covered over 41 kilometers in a much shorter time, and has even gained the ability to figure out its own position using orbital maps, making it more independent than ever. Together, these two machines are not just exploring Mars, they're helping us understand whether life could have existed there, and maybe even where to look next.